morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me as we take a look at your work week forecast for September 18th through the 22nd. And though we're starting off quite soggy today, most of the rest of the week will be quite nice. Tomorrow, still some leftover clouds and a sprinkle, but after that, it's dry through the rest of the work week and probably through at least the first half of the weekend as well as we look towards next week. Let's take a look at what's going on here satellite imagery wise. We have a relatively strong coastal kind of almost nor'easter kind of storm, especially for this time of year, that's riding up the coast. Not going to give us a lot of wind or anything like that, but will give us a decent amount of rain today. 1 to 2 inches of rain across southern Vermont, even more east of us where there are some flooding concerns, mostly across the coastal areas of New England where they already saw a bunch of rain last week. From Lee, although Lee didn't drop a ton of rain, thankfully. So, but definitely going to be soggy along the eastern coastal areas of New England. Here in southern Vermont, we will also be soggy, but not quite as soggy. 1 to 2 inches, not enough to be too concerned about, but certainly enough to keep us wet for the day. Here you go on radar. One thing you notice behind that, and this is probably more important for the rest of the week, is huge area of high pressure. Temperatures kind of seasonably cool, you would say. Nice, kind of a crisp fall feel to a lot of the Midwest, upper Midwest. And that's headed in our direction after this front moves through, after we get through the clutter today and a little bit of it left over tomorrow. But you can see we've got precipitation racing up the coast. Let's take a closer look at that precipitation. Oops, before we get to the next scene, closer look at that precipitation. And what you can see is here, while we are going to get a decent amount of rain here, and there will be some extra slugs of moisture that come, and actually even as that low pressure system continues to develop and right up the coast, the back edge of this precipitation will continue to increase west, which will keep us raining most of the day. It looks like we might almost kind of clear out relatively soon, but the actual motion of the storm will be such that we do not clear out soon. But the heaviest of the rain looks to be sliding east of us, which is why we don't really have to worry about any flash flooding kind of issues or anything like that. However, it will be soggy, quite soggy, like I said. So today's a washout basically entirely. Rain should kind of come to an end by this evening and kind of move to a more showery situation by this evening. Tomorrow, this will be clearing through and mostly be out of here, but some leftover clouds and maybe a sprinkle or two in the afternoon tomorrow. Tomorrow is a mostly dry day, not a day that you have to completely cancel everything, although it will still be kind of wet outside after today. If we take a look at the jet stream this week, this tells a pattern of what's going on. Basically, we have this trough in the eastern part of the United States. We're on the eastern side of the trough. This is usually where the storms kind of develop, and that's why we do have a developing storm here across the Northeast. In a winter pattern, this would be a pattern that would be conducive to a pretty good snowstorm potentially. It's not a winter pattern, so we're not getting a snowstorm. We're not quite there yet, but this is sort of where we're headed in the next couple of months. But for now, you can see. But what's going to happen is we've got a pretty progressive pattern. So once we get to tomorrow, we'll be kind of in the central part of the trough, and that tends to be where you sometimes have those showers where the storms tend to be east of you. And then we get on the backside of that, and we get kind of the cooler air moving in as the flow aloft is from Canada before the ridge starts to build in towards the end of the week, which will warm us up a little bit, although not humid and summery like we were a couple of weeks ago. Just kind of nice late fall weather. So let's take a look at what that actually looks like on Thursday. You can see that things have changed by Thursday, and now we're underneath the ridge. Mostly we're on the kind of the eastern side of the ridge. We've got that cool or that flow kind of out of central Canada. And so this will be, we'll have a chance for a couple of crisp mornings. Could have a morning down in the low 40s on Thursday morning, actually. But then we'll start to warm again a little bit. Not going to, like I said, we're not getting a real drive of air from the southeastern United States to push dew points up or anything like that, but we will be into kind of some warmer and some really pleasant late fall weather as we look towards the end of the week. So let's take a quick look at that forecast. Today is rain, temperatures in the low 60s, full cloudiness all day. Tomorrow, a little nicer, could see a peek or two of sun, mostly cloudy though tomorrow, a few sprinkles in the afternoon, temperatures a bit warmer after being stuck in the 50s overnight with all the clouds that we're going to have. Wednesday, still a cloud or two around, but Wednesday's more sunny than cloudy. Temperatures about 60. Again, it'll be a little crisp to the feel. You have a dry feel to the air that day. Feel like fall on Thursday or on Wednesday. Thursday morning definitely feels like fall. Temperatures in the low 40s. Could see some upper 30s in some of those kind of mountain valley locations. Kind of my location. Wouldn't be surprised if I was down in the upper 30s on Thursday. So yeah, starting to feel a little like fall. Afternoon though, beautiful 60s, upper 60s. and lots of sun and a dry feel to the air. Friday, same thing, except a couple of degrees warmer. We don't get quite as cool overnight Thursday into Friday. And Friday during the day, we're up in the low 70s. It'll feel, but this is a real dry, no humidity 70s, beautiful weather. These are some of the kind of the fall days that we all want. So, and it looks to that'll probably continue through Saturday as well. And then next storm potentially arrives. It looks like Sunday at the moment, or maybe Saturday, late Saturday night into Sunday. So, work week highlights. Wet day today, 1 to 2 inches of rain in general, probably an inch to an inch and a half for the most part. We could see some places get close to 2 inches, so enough to keep it wet out there, not enough to be too concerned about. Dry for the rest of the week outside of a chance of a sprinkle tomorrow. Temperatures will be early fall-like with crisp mornings and pleasant afternoons in general. Lots of sun Wednesday through Friday, particularly Thursday and Friday, full sun. And next chance of rain looks to approach next Sunday, so we're after we get through today and a couple of sprinkles tomorrow, looking pretty good weather-wise. No major high-impact storms on the horizon, at least at the time being. Tropics have quieted down a little bit, which is good. And so, yeah, but I will be certainly back around on Friday. Look at your weekend forecast. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. They help support what I do here at the West River Weather Guy. And they help make sure that I can have the equipment that I have and things like that to make sure that I can get these forecasts out to you. They're really helpful. I really appreciate their all they do for the channel. If you're interested in supporting the channel in another way, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Helps allow people to discover the channel, or follow me on social media and give me likes and things like that there. It helps people just kind of see the forecasts, because especially this time of year, they've forgotten that the weather is important, because sometimes this time of year it's not that important, but we're heading towards the time of year when it is. So yeah, thanks for supporting the channel. I'll be back on Friday with a look at your weekend forecast.